31. The creepiest story, though, is that of the phantom jogger. One day, there was a driver who hit a jogger and left him for dead. Now, it's said that if you park at the site of the crash, you'll hear um, this the disembodied of the footsteps and getting closer and closer to your car. People have reported handprints on their windows and banging noises as someone was kicking the outside. And it is quite interesting how this links to the aspect of the man with the hook and the a hitchhiker. How these things are linked together as far as talking about this aspect of the Riverdale Road. So, Connecticut, known as the Wicked Witch of Monroe, according to CT Insider, Hannah Crenna gained a reputation as a witch in the 19th century when her husband died by mysteriously falling off of a cliff, and locals reportedly believed that she had been bewitched. He had, let me start over, believed that she had bewitched him. People also believed that she would cast spells on people that she did not like. Hannah lived to the age of 77, but right before she died, she asked to be carried down to the cemetery in her coffin by foot, not wagon. After her death, the people of Monroe tried to wheel her coffin down the hill, but were unable. The coffin kept falling off, so they were forced to carry it. When the townspeople returned to her home, it was found to be engulfed in flames, sealing Hannah's reputation of witchcraft. All right, Hawaii, the night marchers. So, night marchers, according to Honolulu magazine, there are not evil spirits, but they do demand respect. They are spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors who march around the islands to protect sacred areas. So legend says that if you look directly at a night marcher, you will be marked for death. And if by some chance you find yourself in the middle of this, you are supposed to lie down in the middle of the road. So Idaho, the water babies of Massacre Rocks. Water babies are Native American legends that are found in a couple of different places in America. But most famously, they're found at the Massacre Rocks State Park. The Shoshone tribe was first recorded in 1805, according to the Encyclopedia of the Great Plains, and were roaming the Great Plains as early as the 1500s. So it's not clear when exactly the legend originated. So, as it goes on, the story says that the Shoshone experienced extreme famine and mothers were forced to drown their babies in rivers rather than watch their children starve, as told by Weird US. Okay, so here we go with Homie the Clown. And it's quite interesting how this is actually based on the In Living Color show, and how, how that takes on a different toll when something that you see in pop culture, particularly in a certain area of time, and the elements in the arena of culture, particularly in the early 90s, and how this is linked back into a urban legend of culture with a state. And then, that whole element of clowns being creepy and how that element is linked to children and to take away their innocence and tap into fear. And it's very, I don't know what that is. Why is that a thing? It's something to really pay attention to. Like, why is that a lot of a lot of times where it digs into the elements of child child losing their innocence, and what is that aspect of that too. And then I like to know what you all think about this too. It'd be leave comments too, as far as if you're intrigued too, as far as my email, and I'll provide all the other links too where you can reach me. All right, so throughout the suburbs of Chicago in the 1990s, there was a rumor going around the elementary schools. There was a creepy man dressed as Homie the Clown, driving around in a white van trying to lure kids into it with candy and money, according to the Chicago Reader and the Chicago Tribune. In some variations, he was a kidnapper. In others, he was a rapist. But in all variations, Homie left a mark on young Chicago kids in the 1990s. So, the 100-Step Cemetery in Indiana. The 100-Step Cemetery is located in the town of Brazil, according to the Brazilian Times. While it's not clear when the stories about the cemetery began, there are gravestones that date back to the 1860s. So the legend states that if someone finds themselves in a cemetery at midnight, they must climb the steps and count to 100. At this point, a ghost of an undertaker will appear and show the person a vision of their death. All right, so linking this to Iowa, the Black Angel. The Black Angel stands over 8 feet tall in Oakland Cemetery in Iowa City, and she is black due to oxidation, most likely because of the dark appearance. Multiple legends have cropped up around her. One legend says that a pregnant woman should never walk under her, or she'll lose the child. Others say that if you touch or kiss the statue, you'll be dead within 6 months. And on to Kentucky, the goat man of the Pope League. There's no clear conscience on how the goat man came to be. Some say he was a circus performer, others say he was a farmer who tortured his goats for Satan, and in return was transferred into a hideous ghost monster. However, everyone does agree on his appearance: dark fur, pale skin, goat legs, and horns. Is according to a Wave 3, which is a local news outlet. So the monster is said to hide under the bridge at Public Creek in Louisville to lure people onto the train tracks, only to see them be hit by oncoming trains. And then this reminds me too of the elements of troll and the lore and the folklore about that too. Okay. All right, so New Jersey, the Jersey Devil. The story of the Jersey Devil has been around since 1700s. So the legend states that a woman named Mother Leeds became pregnant with the 13th child and said, "Let this one be the devil." When the child was born, and it grows hooves, wings, horns, and tails. The monster has been spotted periodically through history in the Pine Barrens regions of New Jersey. The state has embraced the legend so much that they named their hockey team after it. So New Mexico, La Mala Hora. La Mala Hora, which translates to the evil hour. La Mal Hora. So is it an entity that you don't want to run into a dark road? Legend says that at first it appears as a ball of black energy, constantly moving and changing its size and shape. If you look at it, it will drive you insane and will slowly kill you. Other times it appears as scary looking. It's a scary looking woman. It's said that if you see her at a crossroads, you or someone in your family would die. So, New York. The story of Corsby has many iterations. The lineup reported, but it generally tells the story of a man who stalked a sleepaway camp, psychiatric facility, children's hospital, and a hook for a hand, and killed children who were wandering along at night. Every single person who went to camp in upstate New York has heard about this. So, and then again, like I was saying about the element of children, is I don't know. That's really strange and it's really something. All right, so I'm going to end on this one. Oregon. The Bandaged Man of Canyon Beach. The Bandaged Man is the American version of the Mummy. Reported the Canyon Beach History Center. It was reported in the Canyon Beach History Center and Museum. He is rumored to be the ghost of a logger who died in a sawmill accident and now terrorizes teenagers who hang out at a desert area of a highway near Canyon Beach. So the story says that he knocks on car windows to try and get in, and he smells awful at that. All right, so here we are with the international aspects of urban legends. So, in the UAE, citizens are afraid of the jinn, better known as genie. So, the word genie is the anarchalized version of the Arabic word jinn. So, jinns can be good or malevolent beings. And so, it's quite interesting, particularly going to the aspect of the lore of this from how that out. I'm going to edit that out. So there is a person along that I'm going to edit that out. I'm going to edit that out. So the story is okay. I'm going to edit that out. So at first, with the story of this, she appears as a beautiful woman to attract men. But as soon as she's revealed to them, changes into a terrifying figure who eats the man she enchanted. Though it might just be a scary story to tell kids to warn them about stranger danger, there's also on top of this video reported footage of the gin.